Wait, so this is number 7 from your exact value extra practice. These questions are very similar to what we've been doing, with one small exception is that these are all the reciprocal trig ratios instead of primary ones. So what to do is actually kind of built into their name, right? Like cotangent is the reciprocal trig ratio to tangent. And so reciprocal trig ratio means just to reciprocate it and turn it into its primary trig ratio written in the reciprocal. So the cotangent of 60, we just dive into these questions. We're going to end up using those triangles that we have been using the entire sheet here. Okay, and what we're going to do is go for question A, the cotangent of 60 can actually be rewritten. I can't actually evaluate that the way it is right now. So what I'm going to do is rewrite it as being 1 over tangent of 60. And I suppose one of the hard parts of this is going to be remembering that cotangent theta goes with, well, I guess I'll rewrite them, 1 over tan theta. Cosecant theta is actually equal to 1 over sine theta. And secant theta is going to be 1 over cos. Okay, so that's really all that's happening here. These are the reciprocal trig ratios, and we write them as reciprocals, and that's pretty much it, right? And they all correspond with one primary trig ratio. So now we're in the situation where we can just find the tangent of 60. The only problem we have is that the tangent of 60 is in the denominator. But other than that, no big deal, because I know how to deal with fractions inside fractions. So you're going to write down 1 over the tan of 60 is going to be root 3 by 1. Okay, and so if I reciprocate that now, I'm going to get 1 over, 1 over, 1 times 1 over root 3, I suppose. I guess you could put that over 1. And so we're going to get 1 over root 3 should be the cotangent of 60 degrees. Okay, if I do question B asks us about the cosecant of 30 degrees, which cosecant goes with sine. I get 1 over sine 30, right? And so I'm just going to find the, using the 30-degree triangle, the sine of 30 degrees is 1 over 2. And so I get 1 over 2. We know that when I take 1 and divide it by a half, it should be 2, but just to reciprocate it, we get 2. Okay. For question C, the secant of 45 degrees, that's going to be equal to 1 over cosine of 45, which is going to be 1 over the cosine of 45 is going to be 1 over root 2. And so when I bring that up, I get 1 over 1 multiplied by root 2 by 1. And so I just get root 2. Okay, and question D. Question D is the cosecant of 60. That's going to equal 1 over sine of 60. And so I'm back into that sine triangle, or sorry, the 60-degree triangle. Sine of 60 is going to be root 3 by 2. So I got 1 over root 3 by 2, which is going to turn into 1 over 1 multiplied by 2 over root 3, which is just 2 by root 3, which when I rationalize, I should get 2 root 3 by 3. Should be the answer. Okay, so that's just a little bit of work dealing with the reciprocal trig ratios, and remembering that each reciprocal trig ratio corresponds with a primary trig ratio, and it's just the reciprocal. Okay, the hard part is remembering which one is which.